Taking stock. We've discussed a bit about how different memory systems work. The hippocampus is important for explicit memories, in particular, episodic memory. These memories are different from working memory, which depends on DLPFC. They are also unlike implicit motor learning, which depends on what we call procedural memory. The amygdala is important for threat learning, which depends on associative memory. It is unclear if it directly reflects the conscious emotion of fear. Something more, such as a cortical process, may also be needed. When we learn to be afraid of certain things, presumably we try to avoid them in the future. This may give us some idea why we act in certain ways as an individual. The VMPFC is important for the formation of extinction memory. Extinction is context-specific, and it is not simply unlearning of past associative memory. It is difficult to unlearn or completely overwrite past associative memory, which may be why diseases like phobia or PTSD are not easy to cure. But understanding these mechanisms may help us build better treatments. We have, of course, left out many things. Besides Pavlovian conditioning, another important form of associative learning is called operant conditioning. Instead of pairing two stimuli together, we pair an action with an outcome. Actions that are rewarded tend to be produced more often. In a sense, that also tells us something about why we act in certain ways. Although we have not gone through the relevant models and neural mechanisms here, we have deliberately left out so many things because the point so far, throughout the past 4 classes, has not been to cover everything. The brain is complex and there is just too much to learn. So the point is to draw some important landmarks on our map and to get at some basic concepts. But at least we know a bit about how we perceive, how we act, and what processes mediate what happens in between. We have seen how the methods of cognitive neuroscience are applied to give interesting results. We have learned a bit about how to read these results carefully. We have seen how animal research is relevant, though it also has certain limitations. We have seen how studying the brain may help us understand certain psychological disorders and may even inspire treatments. So all of this has set us up for the next part of the course, in which we will go into these issues more in depth.